Hello, my name is Miss Hell, and today we are going to review about frogs and toads. For the past week, we've been learning about both frogs and toads and their life cycle and metamorphosis and all that good stuff. So today we're going to start a review by reading this book called Frogs. It's from the National Geographic Kids, and it's written by Elizabeth Carney. Okay, so class, I want you to listen carefully because we're going to do a few activities afterwards. Frogs live all over the world except Antarctica. Frogs usually live in wet places. They like rivers, lakes, and ponds. But some frogs live in trees. Some even live in the desert. Frogs can be found all over the world. Wherever they live, that is their habitat. Habitats are the natural places where a plant or an animal lives. Look at this frog croaking. Some frogs' throats puff up when they make noises. Each type of frog makes its own sound. The coqui frog is named after the sound it makes. It sounds like coqui. This frog is the size of a quarter. Even small frogs can make a loud noise. Frogs make different sounds for different reasons. Sometimes this is to warn other frogs of danger. Sometimes it's to call to frogs nearby. This frog lives near a noisy waterfall. Other frogs would not be able to hear its call, so it dances instead. It sticks out one leg and then another. Can you dance like this frog? What is a frog's favorite food? Usually it's insects. Frogs eat dragonflies, crickets, and other types of bugs. Some frogs eat bigger animals like worms and mice. The American bullfrog even eats other frogs. What is that pink flash? It's how a frog catches bugs. It shoots out its long, sticky tongue at a passing bug. The frog pulls the bug into its mouth. If your tongue were as long as a frog's, it would reach your belly button. Frogs can be many different sizes. The smallest frog is as big as a fingernail. The largest frog is as big as a rabbit. So the smallest frog is a micro frog, and the largest one is the Goliath frog. Frogs can be different colors too. Some are green or brown, others have stripes or spots. Frogs can be red, yellow, or orange, and they can even be bright blue. These colorful frogs may look pretty, but watch out. These frogs have poison in their skin. Their bright colors warns enemies not to eat them. This little frog is only an inch long. It is named Terribilis, which means the terrible one. How did it get its name? By being the most deadly frog of all. The Terribilis has enough poison to kill 20,000 mice. All frogs, even the Terribilis, have mothers. Mother frogs lay eggs. When the eggs are ready, out pop the tadpoles. Tadpoles are baby frogs, but they don't look like frogs yet. Tadpoles have long tails, and they live only in the water. Tadpoles grow up to be frogs. At first, they breathe underwater with gills. And then second, they grow lungs for breathing air. Third, they grow legs for hopping and swimming. And fourth, by 3 months, they lose their tails. It's time to hop out of the water. So, what's the difference between toads and frogs? Toads are a type of frog. Frogs spend most of their lives around water, but toads spend more time on the dry land. Their bodies are built for where they live. Frogs are moist, smooth, and slimy. Some frogs have poisonous skin. They have long, powerful back legs used for jumping, and they have teeth in their upper jaws. And they lay eggs in clusters or groups. Toads, on the other hand, have no teeth. Their poisonous glands are behind the eyes, and their eyes do not bulge out from their body like a frog. Toads have dry, bumpy, and warty skin. They lay their eggs in chains, and they have short legs. So that means that they don't jump like frogs do, they walk. So now we're going to move on to our first activity. We are going to guess what stage that the frogs are. or toads. Toads and frogs has the same life cycle stages. So here we go. Okay, the froglet continues to grow, and the front legs appear. The lungs begin to develop. Its eyes and mouth grow larger, and the tail keeps shrinking. What stage should this one be? That's right, stage 4. Okay, next, the eggs hatch into tiny tadpoles. They swim, eat, and grow. The tadpole uses its tail to swim. What stage would this one be? That's correct, stage 2. Okay. When the tail finally disappears, the froglet has become a frog. It can now leap onto land and live outside of the water. When spring arrives, the adult frog will find a mate and lay another generation of frogs. So which stage would that be? That is correct, stage 5. Okay, as the tadpole grows and sprouts its leg, the froglet is now, as it is now called, grows and its tail begins to shrink. What stage would you say this one was? That is correct, stage 3. Good job. Okay, the female frog lays thousands of jelly-covered eggs. The jelly is a protective covering to keep it safe from enemies. It takes about 10 days for the eggs to hatch. So we can all say that this one is stage 1, correct? Okay, good job. Now we're going to move on to our next little activity. We're going to do a Venn diagram. And I'm going to let the class decide which characteristic which characteristic it goes under. Would it go under frogs, both, or toads? And you got to tell me which one it is, okay? So the first one, which one has a brain? Both, that is correct. Okay, the young have gills. So when they're babies, which one has gills and breathes underwater? Both of them, correct. Okay, which one has a heart? Correct, they both have a heart. Okay, which one walks? Frogs? No, it would be under toads. Toads walk, they can't jump. Okay, which one lays eggs in clusters? That's right, frogs. Which one has slimy, smooth skin? Good job. Which one is an amphibian? They're both amphibians. Which one has teeth in its upper jaws? That's right, the frog does. Which one hatches from eggs? They both do. Which one has no teeth? That's right. The toad has no teeth, but the frog does in its upper jaw. Which one has dry, warty skin? That's correct. Okay, which one would you say was an adult who had lungs? That's right, both adults have lungs, both toads and frogs. Which one has a backbone? They both do, correct. Which one jumps? That would be the frogs. Which lays eggs in chains? That would be the toad. Which one has poisonous glands behind their eyes? Be the toad. Which one has bulging eyes? Correct, the frog does. Which one has live young in the water? Or which young live in the water? Sorry about that. That's right, they both do. All right, class, that's the end of our lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and till next time, we'll see you later.